Hello and welcome back to my craft room. It is day 6 of my Celebrating 61 slow stitching project. It's the speediest slow stitching I've ever done. So time to show you how I got on with yesterday's square and pull the prompt for today. So they're starting to form a little group there. Starting to get some idea of what it might look like, although I won't necessarily put these colours right next to each other in the finished piece, but you can kind of see where we're going. And by the time I do some decorative stitching between all of the squares to help to blend them all together and merge them one into another, that will make a huge difference as well. So this was yesterday's. The prompt was flowers. This is actually one of my favourites. I thought this fabric would be a bit challenging with that big pattern, but actually I really like how it's turned out in the end. Maybe I'm just getting into the rhythm of it. I don't think the camera likes focusing when it catches the shine off of some of these fabrics. There we go. That's better. Really simple again, just a sort of expanded lazy daisy stitch really there, and then 3 French knots in the middle with this fat spun silk thread. The lazy daisies were done with this one, this cotton, I think it's mercerized cotton thread. They're all from my Steph Francis thread bundles that I got with those sari packs. So that's flowers. I'm going to be doing the paper one a week at a time. I'll do all of those on Monday, a week's worth, because I just think that'll work out better. So excitement, drum roll. Let's pick the prompt and the fabric for today. Oh, I put this in because now this is the piece of fabric I'd chosen as my square for the middle. I'm kind of thinking that might end up being a bit dull. I thought, anyway, I was going to leave the middle piece till last because I'm just going to put 61 on that. And then when I was going through and tidying up some of my silk bits and pulling out ready for my bunting, I came across this piece. Now this is a bit special because it was a practice piece that my mum did when she was learning to use a new machine, and at one point you can see there's hot glue there. I'd sort of incorporated it into a collage, and then that didn't work out, so I saved this piece, but I thought actually this is a perfect chance to use this, and it's almost exactly the right size, so I kind of think that's meant to be. So I'm going to save that piece as my possible centerpiece. I think that'd be a lovely way to use it. So, and there's my little pattern of how they're all going to go together in the end. So if you haven't seen that yet, this is it. So it's 40 centimeters, sorry about the wobble, 40 centimeters by 50 centimeters. These are the little 5 by 8 centimeter rectangles, so that's these, and these are little 5 by 5 squares, that's these, and then the big 61 in the middle. Should go that way. Took me a while to work out how to get exactly 61 pieces into this grid. Yeah, but got there in the end. Okay, so let's get on with it. So first of all, the fabric piece. Ooh, makes all the difference actually what colour I start off with. Oh, that's quite a fun one. Oh, it's not ironed on very well, look at that. It'll work though. Yes, that's like a kind of a deep raspberry with a little bit of a purple band in it. Nice. Okay, so that's that. And now one of the paper prompts. Garden. Oh, lovely. And I quite like that little symbol as well, so that's symbolising a flower pot with seeds dropping into it. So that is, I love my garden. I love to sit out in my garden when the weather's nice. I love to potter in my garden. I love growing things. I love growing things to eat. We haven't got a lot of space now, but just growing herbs and perhaps a few tomatoes or courgettes or something that we can eat is always lovely. We've always got herbs growing just outside the kitchen, outside the back door. And I never get over the miraculous thing of throwing a small brown seed into some compost, and it's within that tiny seed is the potential for so many things. Well, for you know, courgettes or tomatoes or herbs or flowers, and it's all in that tiny seed. It's still just the thought of that still blows me away, you know. So yeah, that's what that's about. And you know, this was all supposed to be about things that I'm grateful for and things that make me smile. And you know, I look out over the garden every day, and even at this time of the year there's always something there. The snowdrops have just gone over now, but we've now got narcissi coming through, and there's birds, you know, starting to make their nests and things in the garden. And you know, it's just, yeah, we're very lucky to have that little space. So that's it. So we've got garden, and we've got one of the rectangle pieces, and I just need to decide which thread I'm going to use. Got one for the pot, one for the seeds. I'm kind of thinking that would be a nice contrast again. It's using exactly the same threads again, but that would be quite a nice, yeah. So I think I'm going with these. That's what I will be needing to take with me down to watch a bit of telly and do a bit of slow stitching this evening. It's working out quite well. They're all so simple. It's not a big job at all. Just to the first thing will be just to go around, turn all the edges under, and just do a basting stitch, and then it'll just be really simple. I quite enjoyed doing the stem stitch and the filling in with the seeds on the acorn. Actually, I quite enjoyed that. Could try a bit of satin stitch for that one. I don't know. Anyway, it's got to be something quick and something simple. I will be back tomorrow to show you how I got on with that and pull day 7. So that'll be the first week done. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm really hoping I'm going to end up with a beautiful kind of memory quilt, I suppose, really, at the end of it. Okay, anyway, enough waffling on. Thanks very much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again really soon. Bye.